What's up, nerds? Plugged in's back then and better than ever. I'm your host, Max, with Vanessa and Tyler, and today we're going to be talking about the Ahsoka show, the FNAF movie, and so much more. Let's roll the intro. So recently, we've gotten a lot of new TV shows coming out, especially with the Disney Plus scene. And one of those shows is the Ahsoka show that's coming out. Now, this is based off the character Ahsoka Tano, who was seen in The Mandalorian, primarily originating from Clone Wars, and was also had a big role in Star Wars Rebels. I'm pretty excited to, see her back in action, especially coming to the live screen. What are your guys' thoughts on the cast?
I think Rosario Dawson, I'm not quite sure how to say it, is doing a phenomenal job so far. I think she's been a great actress in her past roles, and I think she's bringing a lot of life to Ahsoka. And I was really nervous about the casting at first, but I think she's doing a great job so far.
Yeah, especially with considering how Ahsoka was originally an animated character. We didn't know how she was gonna do on the live screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited about how she's gonna portray the role. We've only got to see her a little bit in Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett, but she's doing pretty well so far. I've seen a couple episodes, but I think she's doing great.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see it because it's interesting how this character kind of was a fan favorite amongst Clone Wars fans and Rebels fans, kind of just becoming sort of more of a, I don't want to say mainstream Star Wars character, but I guess that is the way to put it as. So now surrounding the plot of the show, she's kind of going into the distant corners of the galaxy, trying to tackle this emerging threat of the Empire, which is apparently bigger than Thrawn, which I'm surprised about because in Star Wars Legends, Thrawn was one of the main villains who kind of
bad.
Yeah, big bad, led the Imperial Remnant, almost took down the New Republic. But since Legends is no longer canon, unfortunately. Anyways, what do you guys think this big new threat's gonna be like?
Have you caught up on the latest episode?
No, I have not.
Can I spoil?
Yeah, I don't care.
Well, I think we might have to deal with a little bit of Vader possibly towards the end. We get a de-aged Hayden Christensen again.
Oh.
It looks better than I thought it would, but we get Hayden Christensen again in some little scene with Ahsoka and him, and I think we might have to deal with Vader. I'm not sure. I feel like everything's leading up to just some big Empire battle.
Yeah.
I had no idea about that. That sounds so awesome. Vader is one of my favorite characters in Star Wars ever.
Yeah.
So knowing that Hayden Christensen's coming back is
yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, and I also heard some rumors going around that Starkiller or Galen Merrick might be showing up.
God, I hope not.
Yeah.
It would make no sense to have the guy. Didn't he kill Vader in his game?
Yeah, because
there would make no sense to have the guy who can really just destroy everything, kill Vader, bring him into live action.
Yeah, the Force Unleashed games were kind of all over the place in terms of what the actual Legends is already kind of hard to keep up with, and then there's those games. But I mean, I wouldn't mind because I love Starkiller, I love the Force Unleashed games, but at the same time, this is Ahsoka's show, so it'd just kind of be feel fan servicey if they put it.
It would definitely be fan servicey. I think it would also just detract from the whole canon of Star Wars. He's not a big thing for me. He's alright. I think Satine and is it Shin? Is that how you say her name?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, the beef between them two.
Oh yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
The fight scenes have been so much better than I was expecting from Ahsoka.
Yeah.
But it's alright.
Yeah. No, it's definitely good to see Star Wars Rebels characters coming back, Sabine. Pretty sure isn't Hera making a cameo in there?
I think so. And
I think
don't
so.
forget about Chopper.
Oh yeah, Chopper. yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to see when Ezra comes back though. I really hope he comes back.
Do you think they're gonna bring him back?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, if they showed Thrawn in the trailer, then I won't see why they wouldn't bring Ezra back. But yeah, are you guys? How do you think this is comparing to the recent the Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett? How do you think that's gonna stack up against it?
I think it's doing a lot better than at least the Book of Boba Fett and the later seasons of the Mandalorian because those are both just. Mandalorian was a good standalone thing. Now that they're trying to bring everything else into it, it's kind of gone downhill. And then Book of Boba Fett was just Mandalorian, season 2.5.
Yeah.
So I mean, I feel as a standalone-ish project, I think it's doing really well.
Yeah. It's definitely good to like kind of see how they're kind of like wrapping this all up together, because you're taking a standalone thing like the Mandalorian and putting it in the larger Star Wars universe with a Clone Wars character, and I think it's just kind of, like a nice, like, bringing Rebels characters back. It's like a nice mix of everything. So yeah. Any particular thoughts on like the plot, like anything significant?
Don't think so.
Yeah. So, as much as I like to wonder about that show, there's something else I want to wonder about. Super Mario Wonder. That was so cheesy. So, is the nostalgic of Super Mario Bros., the Wii game from 2012, alive in this game for you guys? Or at least, like, some presence of it?
I can't tell you the last time I played a Super Mario Bros. Game.
Mm.
One of the one that came with the Wii, maybe, and that's it.
Super Mario's 3DS. Oh.
Yeah,
I grew up.
Yep.
I had a red 3DS. It was like amazing, best birthday gift I've ever gotten. So like I grew up on Mario. I'm super excited for this game. It's gonna be in 2D, I heard. So it's like that's just like I'm so happy they're bringing that back.
It's from my understanding the first side-scrolling one since what 2012.
Yeah.
Oh my
so
God.
like Odyssey was it's good, but like it wasn't the OG 2D. Like I want that nostalgia back. So like. I'm excited. I'm really, really excited for this. So
going back to the roots.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's gonna be good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really excited for like the co-op gameplay, to be honest, because it's just like one of those things where you don't really see co-op gameplay as common nowadays, especially like with the same screen in a lot of games, because like they're starting to like get rid of that in like a lot of like shooting games, side scrollers,
Just online gameplay.
Yeah, exactly.
I missed the co-op. Yeah.
Yeah, because of online gameplay, like in-person co-op's just becoming kind of irrelevant. So it's just nice to kind of see that. It's a little bit refreshing for me. And considering how this is going to be like the first side scroller within almost like a couple years, it's kind of mind-blowing to me. I guess a couple years is an understatement considering
11 years.
11 years. But yeah, you guys think you'll play the game? Or?
No.
100%.
No.
100%.
I don't really play Switch games anymore. None of them are good for like the Switch Lite. Everything you need to have like the Joy-Cons for.
Yeah.
I just wanted Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
It's just a bit much. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of scary how they're starting to like go on online stuff, but just not as scary as the FNAF movie that's coming out. All right. So, what do you guys think of the trailer? Like, do you think it was pretty representative of like what was in the games?
As someone who's only ever played the VR game because I'm too scared to actually play any of the others, I think it looks great. I think Josh Hutcherson, and I'm blanking on his name, Shaggy. What?
Oh, yeah.
What the guy? Matthew Lillard.
Yes.
They look like they're going to do amazing jobs. I mean, we get to see the animatronics a lot more, and I'm really excited to see how they adapt the lore from both the books and the game in it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been waiting for this movie since I was 8. So the fact that it's coming out now is like just amazing because like grown up, it's grown up with me. I'm really excited for it. I think it looks really, really, really good. I was expecting it to be a little bit more tacky, I guess I would say, but it actually looks clean. It looks like it's gonna be scary rather than some other horror movies that's coming out.
Yeah, it doesn't look like your typical video game movie like the 90s Mario movie or like the Mortal Kombat movie from the 90s. Like how people think video game movies are. I think it's going to just be like, it looks, like you said, it looks pretty clean. I think the animatronics look really well done. And I like how they're kind of like sticking with like the 5 core animatronics.
Yes.
Now I'm just wondering how they're going to bring like, characters like the purple guy, Golden Freddy, maybe even the puppet we might see. I don't know. I'm just going to wonder. And apparently they're supposed to be telling the entire FNAF story in this one movie.
A bit much.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
How many games now? There's at least like...
So in the original trilogy, we got, Five Nights at Freddy's 1. We got the second one, Five Nights at Freddy's 2, which is a prequel. And then Five Nights at Freddy's 3, which takes place in the future of Springtrap. And then Five Nights at Freddy's 4.
And then we just got, Security Breach?
Yeah, Sister Location.
It's Sister Location.
It's a whole mess. And the lore is all over the place.
That kind of scares me though that they're trying to make the entire lore into one movie. which I really hope they don't. I want them to space it out a little bit more. But I mean, we'll have to see. We're gonna have to see about how they're gonna do it and how well they're gonna do it, I guess.
Yeah, I'm just, I'm excited for it to see what they do. It looks really good. I think that would be my only concern about like how they're gonna tell the entire story in one single movie, because it's like, I feel like if they just told the story of the first game on its own, that would be completely fine. Or maybe they can just have their own story. Like, as long as they don't change the source material too much, which is very, very loose, I think it should be fine.
See, I don't know necessarily all of the game lore. I will be watching like a 5-hour video to break that down within the next coming weeks before the movie comes out. But I feel like, do they explain it in the games how the animatronics like are powered up?
Yeah, so essentially like the animatronics are like self-sufficient. In the first game they described it as like, oh, they walk on their own, to conserve power, so they like don't turn off or something like that. And then they talk about like, phone guys like, yeah, they're gonna stuff you in the suit if they see you because they think you're an endoskeleton. Yeah. Even though in reality they're.
Because I thought in the books like they explained it's like children being like stuffed into them. Yeah.
Yeah, because actually in all reality they're actually possessed by dead children. So, yeah, very, very fun and wholesome for the whole family.
Yeah.
But just. How well do you think they're going to be able to like adapt this overall if they do decide to adapt the entire game?
It's the entire game, then not very well. Yeah. If it's just like the first game or two and some of the book lore, I think it'll be great. I think if they try and go too much, it's going to turn away a bunch of their older fans.
I think the same thing.
Yeah, no, it's definitely like a giant web of things. But speaking of web, our favorite webhead himself is getting a second sequel game. Spider-Man 2 PS5 coming out. I am so excited. We get Bully Maguire right back with the Venom suit. This is gonna be amazing. So what do you guys think of the trailer?
You want to go first?
Oh my gosh, I am so excited. Venom is by far my favorite villain of Spider-Man. So seeing him and just, oh my gosh, and the gameplay of Peter with the symbiote, he looks so like
that man is a different breed.
Oh, he's gonna be a menace. He's gonna be so crazy. He's gonna, oh my, like you could see that Miles is getting scared of him by like, what are you doing? like
is this how he normally acts? No.
Oh no, and it looks so good. And Craven, talks to Craven, and Craven also, like the Last Hunt. If you guys read that, it's amazing.
I'm so glad we're getting like a proper Craven adaptation, unlike the movie that came out.
Don't talk bad about that movie.
I am going to talk bad.
It's not even out yet.
Isn't it really radioactive lions? Like, come on.
He doesn't have powers.
But in all seriousness, I'm so excited for this game, especially considering how like I am a big fan of like the symbiote suit. Like my inner 13-year-old edgelord is like so alive. Like I don't know. It's like I don't know. It's so corny, but like I love the symbiote suit. Like I think it's amazing, just because like every time he puts it on, like I feel like it gives him a lot of character development.
See, and I think it's great this time because it's not like his actual like suit.
Yeah.
It's more of the fleshy, like the Venom one, how we see Big Venom later on.
Yeah.
Yes.
And oh my God, Venom.
Yeah.
Just even Big Venom.
Yeah.
That's going to be insane.
Who do you think's going to be Venom?
Harry Osborn.
Yeah.
That's what they've hinted to the last games.
I think it will. I think it's leading in that direction. But I would like to see like maybe Eddie Brock or hell even Flash Thompson becoming Venom in the later on, because he becomes Agent Venom in the
maybe
comics.
Maybe they bring it in later at the end.
Yeah, maybe like a post-credit scene at the end of the game or something like that. It's just like that would be very cool. But I think it is going to be Harry.
And also seeing like Yuri as like Wraith in this new game.
Oh my God, I'm so excited to see Yuri as just not a cop and to see her as a vigilante because she's going outside the system. I'm so excited to see her. I loved her in the first game.
That's going to be definitely interesting to see, and I really think her character progression has been. She's definitely like one of my favorite characters in Spider-Man because I think a lot of the characters is just like the same sort of repetitive stories. Like what happens with Harry Osborn, what happens with Mary Jane, what happens with Black Cat or Eddie. Like we all get like same recurring characters, but I feel like Yuri is just someone who's been like so underground in terms of like the comics and stuff, but being able to see how like with Mr. Negative, they're taking lesser known characters and making them put it more at the forefront and giving them a lot more screen time that they deserve.
I think that it's going to be great.
Yeah.
But I do have a question, because we've seen this in the last full Spider-Man game with Peter. Do we think we're going to get Green Goblin?
Ooh.
Maybe not this game, but it seems to be hinted to.
I feel like if they do Green Goblin, it's not going to be Harry Osborn, obviously, because he's being alluded to as Venom. But obviously there's a big chance Norman could be, considering how he acted in the first game. He was kind of just like a rich a-hole dude who didn't really give a crap about anything.
And he was so shady regarding Harry.
Yeah, especially like, oh, where he's on a vacation in Europe. It's like, hey, but yeah, what do you think of the character designs? Like, what do you think of Miles' new suit and like his hair?
I think he looks cool. I think
I
the
think
only one
it's
I don't
really
like
clean.
is MJ, because she looks so different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the OG look. You know what I mean? Like the nice red hair.
They do seem
like,
to be
things
more
like that,
human
yeah.
this time, though, especially with the newer mocap guy for Peter.
Yeah.
He doesn't look nearly as dead as he did when they respec'd him for the first game.
Yeah.
And of course, the better graphics with the PS5.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah,
It's gonna
the
look beautiful.
whole saga with the Peter mocap thing, it was just like, you know, he looks like a ginger in this first one, and then he kind of looks like a really uncanny Tom Holland.
Yeah.
And I like how they finally were able to get it down.
In my opinion, he still looks a little off.
Yeah.
Like, looking at the actual actor versus like the design, it looks like they just kind of like babyfied him.
Yeah, because like he has like the same voice actor as he did in the original game,
Yeah.
but like they got rid of his mocap and then just traded out with somebody else, and it's like a whole thing that's just like I don't really know too much about like the technical side of it.
Because
so
the
it's
voice
just-
actor was never the mocap actor for the first one.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's an older man. He was Sasuke in the English dub of
Oh yeah, that's right. I
of
forgot.
Naruto. So it's like it's just a mocap that got changed around when they remastered it for PS5.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'm definitely excited for this game. I'm excited to see like all the new storyline and like what they're gonna come up with it. You guys got any other thoughts on it?
I hope Venom's playable, at least for like a minute.
Yeah.
It would be fun for like seeing Peter like maybe let loose a little bit, and then
Not
you
even just
see,
Peter, I just mean big Venom.
Yeah. That would be really cool. I'm excited for the Peter and then the Miles going
yeah.
Switching,
back
yeah.
and forth, because you saw that a little bit in the first game where like the MJ missions and the Miles missions.
Don't bring those up. Don't bring those
Wasn't
up.
fun, but like seeing it back and forth, like in the gameplay trailer where you literally just the clean transition into Peter swinging by and then you playing as Peter. I'm very excited for that.
Yeah.
Because I think that'll be a fun new aspect of the game.
Yeah, definitely the going back and forth is going to be it's going to bring a lot more life to the traversal system and just how you play the game. And that's pretty much it for Spider-Man. So, you know, what's also upcoming besides this game is a bunch of upcoming movies. Well, what is wrong with me? Why do I keep making these puns? So we got The Nun coming out, The Nun 2 on September 8th.
Tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. God, time is going by fast. The Haunting in Venice, September 15th. The Expendables 4. They're making a fourth of this one.
There's more than one?
Yeah. That's what I said. And it's September 22. I really hope this doesn't turn into like another Fast and Furious franchise.
Oh god.
And then we got The Creator coming out September 29th. And Saw X. There's another Saw movie, September 29th. Okay. Well, that's it. All we have for today's episode. I'm your host, Max, along with Vanessa and Tyler. And tune in next week for another riveting discussion in pop culture. That's it. See ya.